could have used him as they dropped their second game in a row and have now fallen to 2-3 in the bubble. So, Skip, I'd actually like to start with you here. What do you make of LeBron sitting out?
Yeah, Skip, what do you make?
Look, I realize this league frowns upon players, especially stars, suddenly taking off games for rest, especially marquee national TV games, as that one was last night. And I think we all were waiting to see LeBron and AD versus, obviously, Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Russ also sat out for rest. You can't tell me. They said he had some kind of a bruised thigh. But when it comes to LeBron James, this just makes me sick. It makes me cringe. It makes me feel some shame for LeBron because he should just own what he just did, and he won't own it. He keeps reaching for this same old tired, my groin hurts excuse, and I don't believe 1 ounce of it. I don't believe his groin was hurting at all last night, but it's easy to sell it to the blind witnesses out there because obviously he did, 2 Christmases back, rip his groin, and he missed a large chunk of the season.
27 games.
27 games, so we get that. But there's no shame for LeBron James just to say, I just need to rest. The playoffs are not much more than a week away.
Correct.
He's nearing the end of year 17, and he's played the 3rd most minutes in the history of this game. And it's okay to say, hey, I can't play back-to-backs this close to the playoffs when we are sprinting to the finish. There's nothing, there's zero shame in that. I would have no problem. In fact, I would applaud that. But I don't want to hear the Lakers announce his groin is sore because I don't believe his groin. Yeah, you think it's sore. The problem is his pride is on the line. And his Iron Man reputation is now at risk. And he said earlier this year, LeBron plays. One thing about LeBron plays. He even went third person. Said, LeBron plays.
Yeah.
I'm Iron Man. Really interesting. Well, wait a second. Michael Jordan played all 82 9 times. Even at age 39 in his last year in Washington, he played all 82. And that huge last dance season in 1998 in Chicago, he played all 82 because in that second three-peat in Chicago, he played all 82 all 3 times. And that last year in Chicago, he played all 82 while winning the scoring title and making first-team all-defense. Well, you can't compare.
Yeah,
that's freaky right there.
Can we get LeBron to get a year and a half off?
Well, it probably helped him a little bit, but boy, when he came back, he just kept going 82, 82, 82.
Oh, LeBron to do that.
LeBron's played all 82 one time 2 years ago and gloated about it.
No, we didn't gloat. We just wanted you to know that we could do it.
Okay, so what have we seen? He load manages. You annihilate Kawhi Leonard. You ridicule Kawhi Leonard for load managing, and that's what LeBron has done at least 3 times this year. I hark back to December 22nd. He said he had a thoracic pull, some thoracic, sort of core muscle pull. Really? That was December 22nd. No, you're getting ready for the Clippers on December 25th. It's okay. Just accept it, own it, and own load managing because that's what you're doing, and there's no issue with it. I have no problem. Then what happened at Oklahoma City on a back-to-back on January the 11th? I have a cold.
You were cold.
You have a cold.
Yeah, you were sick.
Well, that was on a Saturday night. On Sunday night, guess who showed up on stage at the Bad Bunny concert?
You know it, Bad Bunny,
Maybe he should have been wearing a mask that night because he was sick. He had germs. He was contagious. And he's up on stage just moving and grooving with Bad Bunny. Way to go, LeBron. And I'm saying baloney. I'm calling baloney on this, which led to February 27th at Golden State. And here we go, reaching again for my groin hurts. Stop it with the groin hurts. Kawhi Leonard, you gotta give him some credit. Once he went bubble, he has played in all 3 scrimmage games and all 4 regular season games in the bubble. Yeah. All the restart is all Kawhi all the time.
They need him to.
Yeah, well,
stand at number 2 seed.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, who's load managing, Mr. Sharp? It's not my guy. It is your guy. So accept it. own it, and I will not criticize it.
Well, how about I do it like this? It would be hard for me to believe that if LeBron had been playing well, put up his numbers pre-pandemic, that he takes a night off. But also, Skip, you have to understand this was a back-to-back. And, you know, he's like, hey, we've had the number 1 seed. Now, if they hadn't had clinch, let's just say for the sake of argument, Skip, they had lost their first 4 ball games. And now this thing is getting close because the Clippers still has an outside chance of catching you for the number 1 seed. I believe LeBron would have played. But because it was the back-to-back and because they've already clinched the number 1 seed, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to him or the Lakers that he play out of there. Because if even a slight discomfort in anything, take it off. We have nothing to prove. The problem, the thing that I didn't like, Skip, he's like, you know, he quoted, said there's just some things that's going that you can't control that's here that I really don't want to talk about.
That was after the game the night before.
Right. But here's the thing, though, Skip. If you open that door, someone wants to walk in. So just leave it closed and don't mention it. Because if you're not going to elaborate, you leave people to speculate, and then people jump to the conclusion, okay, you're making excuses if something doesn't go your way.
Or was he just pouting last night? Was he rebelling? Is there some internal team issue where he's just saying, okay, let's see how you do without me then? Is that possible?
LeBron knows how they're going to do without him. Not very well. If he's pouting about everything, because nobody can throw the ball into the basket right now. I mean, if they're in the middle of the ocean and there's a boat and they try to throw the ball over, it's going to land in the boat.
Okay.
That's how bad it's got.
When I heard him and I watched it live the night before, I did not leap to the conclusion that they have internal problems. I thought he was just talking about things I can't control in our new circumstance in the bubble.
But Skip,
it's different.
Guess what? The other players that's down there, they can't control it either.
Okay, fine.
So it's not.
Well, I didn't have any problem with him saying that. I didn't bring it up.
No, but my thing is, Skip, that's not unique to LeBron. And I'm saying there's a lot of people, all the other players are I'm sure, that are married and have families, have kids, miss their families. I'm sure there are a lot of players that miss their mom or miss their dad or miss because, Skip, you get comfortable. There's a routine that's been established over the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years that you've enjoyed. Now that routine has been broken. So there's a lot of people that's going through a very similar situation than LeBron.
I totally
All I'm saying is my thing, the way I look at it, Skip, if there's something that you're not going to elaborate on, you probably shouldn't bring it up. That being said,
Shannon Sharp just criticized LeBron James. I love that.
Skip, I'm always very objective.
Oh, really?
You don't think
Mr. Goat Mask is objective about LeBron James?
Well, he do goatish things. He deserved to be displayed as a goat. That's the way it works.
Well, I think you also just suggested that if the Lakers had been winning and he had been playing at the highest of levels, that he would have gone ahead and played last night. That's called front running.
But I told you, Skip, you thought LeBron needed rest. I said he was in such a great rhythm, and that's what he said. He said, I was in such a great rhythm, I did not need rest. He says, I like playing. I love to play. I prepared my body to play this many games, this so often, for years, and now you've broken that routine. So now he has to find a new routine. He will find a rhythm. He will get back in rhythm. Don't we play Saturday? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop that thing on somebody. Yeah.
Okay. You keep saying that, and they keep not dropping any threes.
We keep dropping the anvil on the floor because them do bricks.
I would agree.
We terrible from the three.
Would you say something nice about Kawhi Leonard playing all 7 games in the bubble?
About time. The man, okay, Skip, 1 year, he took a whole year off. In the prime of his career, let's acknowledge that. He took a year off. And then he
didn't take a year off, he quit.
Okay.
And he strategically quit his way right out of San Antonio.
Okay, he did
and it still sticks in my craw. I have forgiven, but I have not forgotten.
Well, how y'all look, Skip?
But he had a master plan. Okay, I got to have a stopover, a layover, one year in Toronto. I think I'll just go win the championship there and win Finals MVP. And then